take me a while. I'm not going to be too loud because, honestly, I don't want some people to hear this. I've only shared this story, mainly, I shared it with my wife 3 times during 33 years. I've shared this story with my best friends, and that's a handful of people. I did share it with some teachers here at this school. We had a get together. They asked me about the story. They heard it. I shared it with them. A select group of teachers have heard this story. But I don't tell every class, and every class isn't going to hear this story. I stopped telling this story a few years back because I was afraid of consequences, you know. Somebody's going to make a big deal about it, but bring it on. Okay, I'm going to share what I know and what I saw this day. I looked for pictures. That's pretty close to what I saw. The only difference, it was a little flatter. Didn't necessarily have these walls, but it was stainless steel. I want you to know that I saw this when I was a young man of 21. In 1977 is when I saw this. I want you to know that it was a beautiful, clear day. This isn't anything. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was in November. And it was a fall morning. It was actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we saw this on a Sunday, right off Highway 281. Who's ever been to Denton, Texas in the Panhandle? Who's heard of it? North Texas State University, have you all heard of that?
I've heard of that.
That's the university my debate partner and I competed at prior to what happened that day. So just a little background. So that's one, you can Google it, you can tell time. That's close to what I saw because it had this ridge line. It was a saucer on top of a saucer, a plate on top of a plate, and it was shinier than stainless steel. So I put that vision up there. It was a little flatter. Didn't have a bulb on the bottom so much, maybe a little bit, but that's kind of an odd angle right there. So I'll be referring to that a little bit because that's a pretty close picture to what I saw. Okay, well, what caused this to happen and why was I even there? I still wonder today how I was able to see this. I don't know. I was at the right place at the right time. I didn't have a camera, of course. I didn't have a phone back then. I had a CD radio. So, long story short, I was the debate team at St. Mary's University my junior and senior year. My partner and I, we were cross-sex debaters, the only debaters at St. Mary's. And the school didn't have a big budget for debaters. We couldn't fly out, okay? Like some debate teams, collegiate teams fly all over the United States. We stayed in Texas. We went to Southwest Texas State, the first meet. We did great. Won first place in the novice division. Then we went to another meet at like Waco, Baylor University. This was about the 3rd meet of the season, and we had to go to North Texas State. Our coach, Mr. Bigsby, always went with us. Always went with us. But something tragic came up in his family. He said, well, guys, my debate partner and I, being William, I'm not going to be able to make this meet. Y'all going to have to go on your own. We were disappointed, you know, he's our leader, but then again we thought, all right, I'm not going to have this guy with us, you know, this coach. We're going to have a good time, man, it's college. You know. So I drove my Monte Carlo there. I had a 75 Monte Carlo. My dad bought me for $5,000. Brand new one right off the showroom floor back in '75. That car lasted me through most of college. I was a little too rough on it, and it didn't last throughout. But anyway, I was driving. My partner was the shotgun rider. We made it all the way to North Texas State, got there late Friday night. We started debating on Saturday. It wasn't a good meet for us, honestly. We kind of bombed out. We went to one round of playoffs, and then we were kind of wiped out. It was late at night by the time we were through. We enjoyed the rest of the night at a party there, I remember that. The next day, it was time to come home. So we wake up, we're not in any hurry, and I'm driving because I've got my own car, and my debate partner, whose name is Lonnie Andrews, from Laredo, Texas. He was a year older than I was. He was a psychology major and a smart guy. I'm driving the car back. We left about noon. You know, there's a pretty good distance between Dallas and Denton, Texas, way up in the Panhandle. I'm driving off Highway 281. There wasn't much traffic back then. So I'm driving off Old 281. And I'm very observant I used to drive tractors, you know, since I was 9 years old, and have to watch everything very closely. Something caught my eye. I have great peripheral vision. I can sit in my backyard, and I've got 3 acres, right in the center of my backyard, and if a deer walks by the fence line 150 yards away, I see it. It'll get my attention. I was driving, Lonnie and I were just having small talk, and something caught my eye in the sky. It was a clear day. I saw a bunch of irregular contrails. Y'all know what a contrail is? Y'all see a jet? There's a lot of jets go over Bernie that go into San Antonio, or that's the main route around Bernie. You'll hear a jet, you'll look up, and what do you see behind it?
A cloud trail.
White contrail. That's the white smoke. It's the fumes that it's leaving behind. I can tell you that what you're seeing when you look up, have y'all seen those contrails?
Yes.
It looks like smoke.
Horrible
And
for
if
the
it's a twin
environment.
engine, it has 2 contrails. Pretty cool. I watch planes all the time. And they're usually like this, and they're leveled off at 30,000 feet. Sometimes they're landing at San Antonio Airport. From my home in Bergheim, I can watch planes land at San Antonio Airport, class, over 20 miles away, because I am on a hill and I have a balcony, a 2-story balcony. And maybe those planes would start leveling out, man. They come pretty close. But they're leveling out, they're getting ready to land. Sometimes they circle around, waiting right around my house at Bergheim, waiting for a chance to land at the San Antonio Airport. Never mind. What I saw was really strange. I said, Lonnie, check out those regular contrails. They were irregular, class. They weren't perfect like this. They were like this. These contrails, these spacecraft are making 90-degree turns in space. Impossible. Maybe the stealth bomber is capable today, 40 years later. I didn't see one contrail, 2 or 3. I saw several contrails. And I was driving, class, 70 miles an hour. I said, Lonnie, check out those contrails in the sky. Lonnie looks out this window to his right. We're coming home, looking towards the west, towards Roswell, New Mexico, by the way. I researched where we saw this, and it was directly east of Roswell, New Mexico, on the same latitudinal line. It was really clear. Lonnie says, wow, Larry, those contrails are really weird. Pull over, pull over. I see something up there. So I pull off the side of the road. We get out of my car, go